I'm Victor Devon,
I'm petrified
and this is Tonight.
on Murder, She Wrote.
I live for this moment where Jessica says, the decor of this room reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what.
Baby, if this isn't Captain Hook's boudoir, I don't know what it is.
He's kind of giving like
Bulldog.
bulldog bear. Like I know this guy. I've
Like
seen
even
this
like the
guy in
cut-off
bars.
shirt,
Like
like the sleeves that are cut off
yes,
on his
especially
shirt.
the
It's
cutoff
like
shirt.
he's going to cruise in a few minutes.
He has to pick up his harness for Folsom.
That's
Like
right. The Reverend showed up and he found her stabbed in the bed.
and bathed in this red Suspiria light.
I know. Red light special.
Charlotte didn't leave a will.
But this place definitely belongs to you.
Willard told me all about your sister's evil ways. What was Charlotte doing?
Tonight on Murder, She Wrote.
Jessica doesn't have a sister. Very confusing.
Know what you're talking about.
Katie, I'm Victor Devon,
I'm petrified,
and
and this
this
is
is
Tonight
Tonight
on
on
Murder,
Murder,
She
She Wrote.
Wrote.
Uh, Season
Hey,
4, Episode 9, Trouble in Eden.
this is a good one.
Oh, is a good one. We have a cute lawyer. We have Betty Garrett, who is just marvelous in the role. Trisha O'Neill. Ah, it's good stuff.
That's right,
And
Betty
a
Garrett.
cast of a lot of old white guys, but all distinctive enough to keep them apart.
Oh, we can tell them apart. Oh my
I
gosh.
love it. How exciting.
I know
Some are more interesting than others, but
it really does help, doesn't it? It really does help when there's like one's old with white hair, one is a
yes.
little portly with a mustache.
And they all
It's
have
very good.
discernible jobs. That
Yeah.
also is very helpful.
They look like their jobs, let's be honest.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is Trouble in Eden. It does take place primarily in Oregon, but we're gonna first head to,
New
oh
York.
gosh, New York.
Oh, Betty
And
Garrett. Oh, she's
what
good
much
every
ado
time.
about noshing? Oh my goodness. The
Is this
name
this
of the
restaurant?
diner. Yes,
Jeez.
much ado about noshing.
Good grief.
Hilarious. A lot of repeat guests, but this is the first and only appearance, I believe, of our Mary Rose Welch character, uh,
Right.
who is our thread, who is the reason that we know that Jessica is involved,
Jessica's
played
buddy
by Joan
who
Joan
gets her into
Caulfield.
this, Joan Caulfield. Um, right off the bat, what do you think of what do you think of Joan Caulfield's performance as Mary Rose Welch?
It reads Old Hollywood.
Yeah.
It is a little broad. It is a little
It's a little
not
hokey or
quite
something.
grounded. It's a little air. It's you know what it is? It's in the air. It's not grounded.
Yeah.
It's you play just a little above, just a little
Even her
above.
focus is like not on anything. It's
Yeah,
broad is a good way of describing it. Like I don't want to say it's bad,
it's not, and I believe it.
but
But
I don't know the perspective or point of view, I guess. It's very generic and broad.
even the way she asks for a check, I think because it's
Yeah.
so thorough, I buy it.
Victor, do you know what
She's
it seems like to
so
me?
yeah.
Do
What?
you know how they say that there are people who they don't have any inner thought or dialogue? Some
Hmm.
people like have constant inner dialogue, and some people, when they're not actively problem solving or engaging with somebody, they're just vacant. And
Yeah.
she kind of seems like one of those people who's just kind of vacant.
I mean, even the way she walks into the street, look at her.
Just like blue, blue,
This
blue, blue,
face,
blue.
confident, just going through life,
Confident.
just going through life. Just things will work out, and no one's more shocked. But we already have a hit and run. 3 minutes in,
3 minutes in.
um, and
Poor
she's laid up in
Mary
bed.
Rose Welch is
Yeah.
some guy tries to gun his car into her, And unfortunately, as a result for him, he careens off to the side and is dead on arrival, which is pretty
Yeah,
bleak. Pretty
that
bleak right
is.
off the
We have a
bat,
dead
right?
man already. We have a
Yeah,
dead man already. We don't
yeah,
know anything about him except that he was a man with a mustache in a private car.
yeah. And then we also have Mary Rose Welch's sister, Charlotte, who she was telling Jessica at this restaurant has died.
Yes. So we have and then she, under what she believes to be suspicious circumstances, because
Yeah,
her sister had written her a letter, or sorry, somebody else had written a letter saying, "Don't go to the Garden of Eden," which is the name of the hotel that
right. Don't trust or
the
don't
sister
trust
owns.
anybody or
Trust
something.
anyone. Yeah.
Don't trust anybody at the Garden of Eden. So, pretty mysterious circumstances here. Oh, and then we meet Lewis here, who is
Handsome attorney.
Mary Rose Welch's attorney. Lewis is such a cutie.
He is
He's
adorable.
also like kind of a ditz,
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a little bit
right?
of he's a Grady proxy.
He is a Grady proxy. And
Yeah.
he's like Grady's sort of idiocy with like a touch of flamboyance. I really like
Yeah.
this character. The way he delivers lines is so unique and unexpected. He's almost like a little forest nymph or sprite or something, right? Like he
A
has
little
this like
puppy. He's a little
zany
puppy.
quality to him. Yeah, it's very cute.
So Jessica has hatched a plan because Mary Rose is uh laid up and can't go to Charlotte's place of business and her home, which was the Garden of
Hmm.
Eden Hotel in Oregon.
Yeah.
She is going to accompany the lawyer and pretend to be Mary Rose to find out what that letter may have been all about and to see if, in fact, Charlotte had been disposed of rather than dying under a heart
Of a heart
attack, which
attack.
which doesn't believe.
Yeah. It doesn't track. And this is Jessica's idea
And
too, isn't it?
it's absolutely Jessica's idea.
Yeah.
And Mary Rose
Sometimes people
goes
ask her to
right
do
along with
this,
it.
but in this case, she's like, no, I'm gonna fake. I'm gonna be you. She even makes a point of saying, like, no one's ever seen you before, right? No? Good.
Right, right. So we get to this idyllic area of Oregon, this very nice suburbia. And who do we see on the street but Rose's former roommate? No
Oh,
stranger
yeah.
to Murder, She Wrote. In fact, oh God, was she the wife of one of the creators of Murder, She Wrote, Rosanna Huffman? She is,
No way. No way.
yes, yes. That's why
No
I mentioned,
way.
I pointed this out during
I do
Keep the Home
remember
Fries
this
Burning.
now. Oh, that's right. Wow. It's just so cool.
Yeah, Rosanna Huffman, who plays Dora Manchester, who is
Hmm.
immediately cranky when Jessica, as Mary Rose, brings up the Garden of Eden. We don't know yet why.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, she
she's
was
bothered.
married to Richard Levinson,
Wow.
who wrote for Columbo, helped create and wrote for Murder, She Wrote,
Wow.
and also wrote for Ellery McQueen. So deep in the murder mystery television world. And while she did some scant work, including appeared in the very first episode of Murder, She Wrote as one of the cookie ladies, if you
Right.
may recall.
That's right. Yes.
She's also has done some just a few things, just a couple of things. She's since passed. She died in 2016, but she also appeared in 7 Murder, She Wrote episodes total. So we've got quite a few to go.
She's
And she
never
was
playing like a
Stephanie.
big role, at least not so far.
No, she's always a secondary character,
Yeah,
always a
it's
tertiary
cute.
character.
Yeah.
She's the one of the in Home Fries. She's one of the ETAs, the fussing
Hmm.
travelers.
Hmm.
We'll eventually get her. Oh, we also saw her as the wife of Harry McGraw's partner who got shot in that Boston
That's
episode.
right.
So
That's right. And she's very reluctant to talk to Jessica for, yeah,
she's got a total
when
of
she
2
comes in.
scenes in that
Yep.
whole episode. Here she's got a little bit more to work with, because she actually has she's bereaved in that episode with Harry
Hmm.
McGraw's partner.
Hmm.
And then it comes around. Here, she is almost immediately argumentative, and she
Oh,
is
yeah.
the wife of the pastor.
The
in
Reverend,
town. Yeah.
Reverend Willard Manchester. Uh, yeah, and
Which
I
also
like the
seems
little twist that that takes too.
a little bit of an age difference in that one too. Older woman, younger man.
A little bit, a
Older
little
woman,
bit.
younger.
You
I
know what?
say
We
it all
we
the
love
time.
her. We stand her.
And
I will
ah,
always know her as Stephanie, though. Stephanie
yes.
Rose's
Do you have
cold
a
ass
Valium?
roommate.
Yep. Yep, yep,
About a
yep.
year?
And she has a pretty substantial role in Sins of Cabot Cove, which is coming up in season 5. So she is our victim in that. So that's a fun
Mm-hmm.
one too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. With the book. Yeah, that's good shit.
This is a Rosanna Huffman Stan podcast. That's what it actually is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And she's, you know what it is also because she's believable in all of the roles that she does. She's very grounded, she's very believable. And even though she says nothing when Mary quotes Mary Rose asks where the Garden of Eden is, we immediately know, oh, that was the wrong thing to ask this woman.
Hmm.
We are
She
told
is triggered.
immediately.
Yeah.
And we immediately see the Garden of Eden, which has like turrets and
It's a
stonework.
nice piece of property. Look at this building. Although the
They don't make them
interior
like this.
decorating is garish.
It is. I have a feeling it's not the decoration people come for.
Right. I think you're right.
This private
Not
rooms.
that
Oh,
kind of
who do we have?
decoration. Oh, it's Trisha O'Neill. Um,
Yeah,
can we talk about how beautiful she looks in this blue plaid? Like, I know it's
yeah.
just a checked shirt tucked into a pair of
With her
slacks. Oh
glasses.
my God, she's sexy.
We've never seen her homespun.
I
We've never
know.
seen her
Maybe that's why it
anything
stands out
other
to me.
than executive or famous. She
Hmm.
played that soap actress. Here we have her with an accent. She's just so charming. I don't know if that's Oregonian accent, but I
Backwoods
believe it.
with these glass.
And
Yeah, there's something kind of
she's
androgynous about her too.
there is actually, if they hadn't given her a love interest later in the episode or
Yeah,
a, an inclination, I could see some lesbianic
me
tendencies as
too.
well.
Me too.
Yeah. In fact, I choose to go in that direction.
Hmm.
Uh, she worked with Charlotte, and she was the concierge, essentially.
That's right. She wanted to take over for Charlotte should anything ever happen. That was the idea.
So, knowing what we know now, is this is this our character's what's her name in this? She'll look like
Lila.
Trisha O'Neill. Lila, thank you. Is Lila telling the truth when she says I was like a daughter to her? Do you think she's trying to
I
sweeten Mary Rose?
This is an interesting question because Lila is a cool character. She's smart, she's savvy, but she's also like respectful. I I want to believe her personally.
Hmm. I mean, I think if you're going to be, if we when we find out, so shall we just break it to the audience what this place is,
Why
or
not?
should
It's
we
a
keep it?
whorehouse.
Yeah, it's a whorehouse. And Charlotte was a madam, or the proper term would be brothel, I guess.
Brothel.
But where gentlemen find company with a young lady for a few
Hmm.
hours, for a short while. It's a Clue reference, everyone. Um, the Even though this place is in Oregon, sex work is illegal, prostitution
Hmm.
is illegal. She carries on with business by other means. We'll get to those specifics in a little bit, but the sheriff is aware of her business. The police
Yeah.
chief, I forget what he is exactly. I think he is the sheriff.
Sheriff.
And
Yep.
to have the kind of trust in your employees for a business that is out in the open behaving illegally,
Hmm.
where all you're doing maybe is paying some fines.
Right.
as opposed to, being carted off to jail and prosecuted. I think you have to have a massive amount of trust for your woman behind the desk because clearly, while the madam is in charge of the house, she's not the woman making the appointments. Lila is the one making the appointments.
Yeah, who's first customer contact? It's Lila. She is
That's a great
really
way of
the
putting it.
machine.
First customer contact.
Yeah.
Yes. Knowing who's available, knowing what times to fill in. She treats this like a business. And the first time we hear that something is ever so slightly out of the ordinary is when our lawyer says, "Oh, I'll need a room to stay in as well." Well, Mary Rose, Jessica, is going to be staying in Charlotte's room because that
Right.
room already exists. The idea of taking away one of the business rooms for the
Hmm.
lawyer
Hmm.
is a surprise because you're already cutting into
The margin.
available rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lila's like, I suppose I can do
Y-
that
uh,
here.
Um, they are really surprised. Everybody, even the maid later, our
Yeah.
Betty Garrett is like, you're getting a room? You?
Yeah.
To the man, to Lewis. I thought that
And
was an
I think that
interesting touch. I had to think about it.
it's a great first moment.
Yeah. This is where we
Um,
really understand that Lewis is Grady.
yeah.
When they walk up the stairs, a cute girl comes comes bouncing down.
Oh, and Lila's on the phone with Dr. Lynch to let him know that Mary Rose is in town. And he's so put off, he doesn't even say goodbye. He immediately hangs up the phone and
Oh,
calls somebody else.
these phone conversations that they have in this episode are so dramatic, and I'm gonna start talking
Oh,
to people on the
dramatic.
phone like
Oh,
this, right? I'm gonna
he
call
calls
someone and be
somebody
like,
and says,
"She's
"She's
here."
here."
Click. What a flex, right?
I know. It's high drama and it lets everyone know, okay, there's something's wrong.
This is
Something's
important. It is
way
important that this woman is here.
wrong.
Yeah.
I live for this moment where Jessica says, the decor of this room reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what.
Oh God.
She's
What
so
does,
right. Look
what
at
does it
this.
remind
We
you
got
of?
I mean, it's so disparate. The wallpaper is busy. There are knickknacks and statues everywhere. Portraits are underneath the what do you call it? Sconces?
Yeah.
The
This
patterns
is
are all arguing with each other.
Baby, if this isn't Captain Hook's boudoir, I don't know what it is. It's
Look at those pillow
so
exquisite. I
weirdly
love
opulent,
that.
but nothing matches. I mean, look at
Oh,
fucking cheetah
it's
print pillows on the bed next to these floral
these
prints on the wall.
I love that bedspread.
Oh
That
yeah.
looks so
Oh
comfortable.
yeah.
That
Oh
looks
yeah.
so cozy.
I don't love the
The
footboard
headboard.
on the bed, but
I mean,
personal preference because I have long legs.
oh, yeah. Well, she was a slip of a girl. Because
She was
actually,
a
I
slip of a thing.
believe the actress who plays Charlotte in the flashbacks, because we do actually get
Mhm.
flashbacks of her death,
Yeah.
which we don't
Renata Scott.
always, uh, is also um is holds a high relationship, a high facial resemblance to Mary Rose, our
Yes.
actual Mary
Yes.
Rose,
They look like
to the
they're
point where
sisters.
actually I thought it was the same actress, just
Oh, interesting.
made to look differently. Yeah.
I mean, I think the actor
Um,
playing Charlotte was much younger. I have a feeling that our Mary Rose, our Joan Caulfield, this was one of her final
this is in
ventures
fact
into
her
film.
last
This
credit.
is her, this is her
Is
swan song. Yep.
Yeah, this was her
And then
last
she
credit.
passed a few years after
Um,
this.
Once again, you need that. You need Jessica get Angela Lansbury getting that health insurance for our older
Hmm.
actors.
Well, and part of me wondered if maybe the performance was a little bit of that too, like showing up to do my gig because
I
she
need to
hadn't
see her
she
other work.
hadn't she hadn't worked at least on screen in the IMDb credits since 1978, and then she did the one episode of Murder, She Wrote in 87.
Yeah.
So that's very odd. So like if she hadn't been working, it did feel like, oh, let's slip in, let's do this thing. and then collect the check. You know what I mean? I don't mean for that to
Yeah.
sound disrespectful. I mean for it to be pragmatic.
Well,
But
it's not a star. It's not a
it
star
no, it's
being
not a
asked to
star.
do a
Yeah.
cameo. Um, she evidently was well recognized as like this beautiful
Oh yeah,
um lead actress, but she
totally.
did not, frankly, do major films.
No,
Most of her films are not,
they're
your
they're B
hits.
movies.
Yeah. Most one has never heard of. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how often you've
Not
watched
a single one.
Monsieur Beaucaire or The Unsuspected. The Unsuspected looks interesting.
The Sainted Sisters, The
Film
Petty
noir.
Girl.
Okay, she did that with Claude Rains. So yeah, okay. Oh, and Audrey Totter, who we've seen in Murder She Wrote.
Hmm.
Um, she was Sister Paul
Oh,
in
Sister Paul.
yeah. Jail hasn't changed too much. Uh, yeah, she's I have a feeling, and again, I like the airheadedness of her, frankly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it.
Well, she
Um,
is she is supposed to be kind of naive, right?
yeah,
She's written that
right.
way. So I'm okay with it too. I don't think
And
it's that's why
Jessica
I don't think it's
has to
bad. I
fill
think it's just
Jessica has to
very
fill her
bizarre.
role
Yeah.
to get to the bottom of it because Mary Rose never
Yeah.
would. She never would.
Check, please.
Oh, guess
Anyway,
who's at the
back to the
door?
bedroom. Back to the bedroom, and Betty
Oh
Garrett
my
showed up at the
goodness,
door
Betty
as
Garrett.
Martha, the maid or housekeeper.
Who I will always think of as of course is her role as in Murder Show, but legendary actress,
Oh yeah.
been in a billion things,
I mean, I think of
and
the Golden Girls episode.
the Golden Girls and in V. Arthur's one woman show, she talks about taking doing her first audition for a show that Call Me Mister, wasn't it? Where
Mm. Betty
she was auditioning
Garrett.
for the Betty Garrett role, which I
Betty
heard
Garrett
was
role was
marvelous.
marvelous.
Which is sort of funny to me that Betty Garrett and B. Arthur would be up for the same role, frankly,
They
considering how
most certainly wouldn't.
diminutive lady, but I mean with authoritative qualities.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen Betty Garrett in her heyday, but
I'm sure I've seen a photograph or two. But what how I remember her is of course here.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta look. Betty Garrett. Oh, okay. Okay.
This is gorgeous. I always get her and Barbara
Beautiful.
Stanwyck a little confused every once in a while. Like in my head, I have to be like, oh no, that was so and
Okay.
so. Just a
She has
little,
like a
just a little.
really petite kind of bird-like expression. It's very, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. All right, Betty. Come on, Betty. That's
Yeah.
where the
And
expression
again,
comes from.
one of those character actresses who also managed to be a star because she was in things like On the Town,
Yeah.
um, singer dancer, you know,
Hmm.
that kind of thing.
Renaissance woman.
Hmm.
All right. So she's at the door.
Um, yes, she's at the door, and she
Talking to
also was like,
Lewis.
was told to make up a room. No one's been in this room since Miss Charlotte. And Martha, our Betty Garrett, is shocked to hear that
Your room?
a
Your
man is going to
room?
be staying in one of the rooms down the hall. And even the lawyers was like, "Where are the tourists? Like, I don't understand. Like this hotel is dead. Everyone's." I'm also like, "What tourists would be going to this little town in
Right.
Oregon?" But okay.
Right.
Um,
I like that
but
Lewis and
considering
Jessica are still, yeah, they're still
how
not in the
thriving they
know.
heard it to be.
Hmm. They're just operating as normal, right? Like, oh, there's a hotel, right? There must be a room. Sure. Okay. Little do they
This
know.
place is very strange.
Yeah.
So
He
Mary
is so
Rose gets a
cute. He is
call.
so
He's
cute.
adorable.
Um,
Gets a call from Lila downstairs saying that the sheriff wants to talk to her, and you have to go down and meet him at an office. And by the way, do you want me to keep running the place the way that I did for Miss Charlotte?
mhm.
And she's relieved to hear
Which she says,
that
sure.
Mary
Yeah,
Rose
why
said,
not?
yeah,
Run it that way. She really is relieved, right? Like,
yeah,
I guess this is a really precarious situation to sort of step into where everybody's livelihoods are based on this illegality in this community
yeah,
that everybody's sort of overlooking, but if you cross a boundary or overstep in some way, it could all fall to pot, right? So, of course, her coming in, and especially as someone like Angela Lansbury playing the like Jessica Fletcher steps into this part of Mary Rose being very authoritative, right? Like she doesn't suffer fools. She's not being bulldozed by anybody, right? And she even says later,
right,
"Why is everyone so nervous around me?" I love that. And it's a
yeah.
cool way for her to approach this premise, this situation. It
Question for
makes
you.
the
So, yeah,
stakes
last
high.
last episode we talked about where I specifically mentioned the world building, and Jessica falling into the middle of everything going on already. How
Yeah.
lived in do you find this episode to be? Do you believe that
Hmm.
all of these characters have a moment before, and that moment before being a
Have a
decade of
moment
business?
before.
You
Uh,
know what I mean? Like when you go out onto a scene, you're
yeah.
supposed to have that moment before to explain
Yeah.
why you would feel that way. Do you feel that all of these people feel like they have a decade's worth of interaction?
I'm gonna compare it to the last episode, which felt
Sure.
very like dropped into an active workplace, right? Where
Hmm.
people knew each other, people have been working with each other, they've been dealing with their drama and their bullshit. Maybe this a little less so than that. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that those characters were more ambiguous. These are more distinct. And we kind of talked about
And
that
they're
too.
walk on eggshells around each other.
Yeah, they
They
really
are
are.
none of these people like each other.
No, no, no. They are bound by secrets, and I think any and all of them would wish that they weren't at any given time, right? So yeah,
There's
it's a different type of environment and a different type of
yeah,
familiarity with each other.
tense.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
I
sta yeah, the
think
stakes are high here.
in the last episode, a lot of people were very unhappy, but they were
Yeah,
all unhappy together. They
yeah,
were all familiar with how unhappy each other were.
yeah.
And everyone was really like a lot of shorthand, a lot of casual, a lot of behavior.
Hmm.
Everyone here is standing up straight. Everyone here is
And kind of
no one
scary.
is yeah, talking at each other. No one
Yes.
is asking how they are. No one is saying, "Oh, it's nice to see you again. How have you been? Oh, remember when we went to the movies last week?" Like nobody has a
No, no.
relationship with each other.
Oh no. It is strictly business.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, and I
It's very
really like
uncomfortable.
this episode, which is fun
It's very
from because of
cemetery
her.
vote, right? It has that kind of vibe
Hmm.
where the stakes are
Hmm.
similarly high for that community of people. I think those
Oh, that's a good
characters
point.
are coded as a little bit more ill-intentioned than these here.
Yes. Well, because that's essentially a mob story.
Yeah.
That this is something a little bit more sinister.
Yeah.
The mob story being a business is, I think, it's almost like ugly bootleggers. Like it's
Hmm.
it's not quite based in contemporary behavior. So it's
Hmm.
almost like watching like an old gangster movie. Here, while this still feels almost otherworldly, this also gives me a little Twin Peaks vibes in
Oh
that
yeah,
when we get to the
totally.
mortuary and everything, like
Meeting at the mortuary,
where
I mean,
are we?
these
Like,
are like power moves, right? These are
yeah,
flexes and like let me assert my dominance and
yeah,
ask you to meet me at the fucking mortuary.
yeah. Um, with the proprietor from that bus stop restaurant.
Mhm.
But the idea of these characters existing in the same universe sort of on tension. It actually that does remind me a lot of Twin Peaks because again, living in proximity as opposed to with people. It really does show that
Yeah.
no one trusts anyone
Yeah.
here. And one of the people at the center of this is the sheriff, because the sheriff knows everybody, and he ostensibly is a good guy. I
Hmm.
mean, a cab, but he does his best. And
Well, and some of the other characters meant like say, don't trust you talk to the sheriff, you can't trust the sheriff,
right,
which is it's
because the
funny that that's
sheriff
the
is the only one
perception.
who is well, because the sheriff is the one who actually can fuck them all up if he wants
I
to.
guess so,
They're the
but he's on
ones
the
that,
take.
but he even argues a good point for that.
Well, and then what he does with the money too,
Right. What he does with
right?
the money, and you know what, frankly, I would rather the sheriff be on the take to allow a brothel to exist where
Yeah.
no one's getting hurt
Yeah.
than to him to hassle a bunch of sex workers.
Right.
Frankly. Frankly. This is actually one of the more noble decisions he could make.
It is. He's oddly, I mean, when you first come into this episode and you meet these characters and you're told not to trust anybody, this sheriff is a little daunting and is a little threatening, right? But as we get to know him, he does become this noble character who
Right.
is really a huge force for good. And maybe this is his sort of back-ended way of achieving balance in the community so that no one's fucked over. We can
Hmm.
use some of this
Well, he's
bad money
probably
towards something good. You know what I mean? Like it's a little
most of
mercenary, but
yeah. Well, because most of the sheriffs in Murder She Wrote are either idiots or villains,
yeah,
and sometimes both. The last time we
often.
had like a really noble lawman was the cemetery vote.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in this small town capacity,
Wait, the
we've
cemetery
had
vote?
good, yeah,
Oh,
with
that's
Mitchell
right.
Ryan, with Mitchell
The
Ryan.
state officer, right. And
Yes,
we even in that episode we kind of expect him to not be a good guy and then he of course turns
right.
out to be just a
Jessica
like
expects him not to
a
be a good
working
guy,
stiff, hard job, doing his
and
best, right?
he's the one who's trying to go after the Gundersons as
Yeah,
well as the sheriff.
right.
So we haven't had like oh well, and I guess even 50 Mile, he's a bit inept,
Hmm.
but he's well-meaning.
Right.
Um, there's sort of depending on how useful the writers want to make the sheriff, either a thorn in Jessica's side or a booster. And in
Yeah.
here, he's kind of a reluctant booster. He's also the first person who realizes who Jessica really is.
Right. Right.
And he still goes along with it.
He's willing to.
Yeah,
I
for the
like it
greater good.
because
For the greater good.
his sense of ethics is not it's bendy, right?
Yeah. He
Much
understands, I
like
think,
Jessica's is, right?
that justice is not clean cut in a corrupt world.
Yeah,
And they're living in a corrupt world.
right, right.
Um, so Jessica gets to the sheriff's office and we meet a new character who we don't know by name yet, who is leaving the office. And he says, "Oh, hello, ma'am. My condolences to your sister Charlotte, Miss Welch." That's all he says.
Hmm.
And she says to the sheriff, "Oh, for a stranger, he sure knows a lot about me." No, he
Mm,
doesn't. He knows that your sister was Charlotte. That's a great
that's
deal about me. Like, uh-huh.
very odd. Very
Stranger in
odd.
town. Um,
Maybe she's still getting into character. She's still getting into character now.
I think so.
She's like
I think that was her
flexing
way of saying,
for
so
the new
who
folks,
she's saying who the hell was that, basically.
basically. And this is where she meets the sheriff for the first time, who we've just talked about. So that was
Yes. And
CJ
he
Dobbs. That's one of our,
he
he's the owner
IDs
of the
CJ
mortuary, right?
Dobbs. No, he's the no,
What is his
he's somebody
role?
else. I forget what his job is. We have the doctor, we have the mortuary man, we have the priest, and we have the businessman.
Right.
He
Is
is
this a joke?
the
Is this a bar joke?
two priests and a rabbi. Um, well, and we find out that Charlotte was not sick. She was
No.
not ill. And the sheriff says to Mary Rose that Doc Lynch was the one who was there at the time
Hmm.
of Charlotte's death. He was the one who was very uncomfortable when Lila called.
That's right. Well,
And
and
we
a
find out
lot
that
of things
Charlotte was
happen,
immediately cremated.
like within
Like,
a day or something. So those are suspicious circumstances, aren't they?
absolutely. The next of kin who was identifiable. It's not like they didn't
Yes.
know who she was. And if they
Hmm.
didn't know who she was, they would have waited even longer
Yeah.
because they would try to find that person. Uh, and immediately cremated? That's insane.
Ooh, now we have our
Oh,
our
little
distinct
secret
white men.
society. Yes. We have
Uh,
our CJ Dobbs,
CJ
who we
Dobbs,
see,
our Reverend Manchester, and then this other guy,
who is
Glenroy
in plain
Sitwell.
clothes,
Yeah.
who is our uh restaurateur in Murder Takes the Bus, who serves the
Oh,
coffee.
no way.
Yeah,
Wait, the guy who's playing Glenroy
the
Sitwell?
mustache.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
my God, it
mustache man.
is.
Yeah.
Apple pie with a slice of
How do
cheddar.
I know? How am I supposed to know you're not trying to poison me? Yeah, yeah. He
Okay,
is
cool.
he's kind of giving like, I don't know,
Bulldog.
Bulldog Bear kind of
Yeah, yeah,
moment. Like,
yeah.
he's like, I know this guy. I've
Like
seen
even
this
like the
guy in
cut off
bars.
shirt, like
Like,
the sleeves that are cut off
yes,
on his
especially
shirt.
the
It's
cutoff
like
shirt.
he's
Especially the cutoff shirt.
he's going to cruise in a few minutes. This is just his meeting
Exactly.
beforehand, right?
He has to pick up his harness for Folsom.
That's
Like,
right. Gotta get
and
those
that would be
poppers on the way.
Mills Watson, who also
Yeah.
appeared in Cujo. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He's good in this. He's the one that seems the most stressed the whole time, doesn't he?
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he's the only one we don't know what he did by the end
That's
of it.
right. That's right. So for me, this is fun because he has the greatest offense of all because he's playing it that way. He looks like he's on the verge of a nervous breakdown the whole episode, which also makes him threatening and kind of scary, right? Because he's a big,
What,
sort of brutish looking guy.
as the owner of a mortuary, any no like that lets your mind wander what he could have done.
Hmm.
Stealing valuable items,
Sure.
burning people who
Plundering the
shouldn't have
dead.
been.
Yeah.
He's there and he's necessary because how they get rid of Charlotte's body is
Hmm.
they burn it.
Yeah.
They need him to have that was why they chose cremation. It's because they had somebody in their group who could do it.
Yeah.
All of them had to figure out, okay, how to get rid of the body. Oh, let's use the skills that we have. We have a doctor who can do this. We have
This is
a
what we
priest
got.
who can do this.
And nobody knows we're all connected. So
Right.
in this little secret society of ours.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's very smart. Very smart.
Very smart.
Um, and Jessica is returning back to the Garden of Eden, where our lawyer,
Lewis
Lewis,
is just happy as a clam outside and says, "Come
he's
on
like,
in."
oh, and they hear some ragtime piano, if you think about it. Dun, 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 dun. And they walk in. Oh, audience, you have to watch it.
It's
When
great.
she sees,
What a party.
it's such a Hollywood version of what they think
I
a brothel would look
know.
like.
This is like Folsom
Women
Street Festival in
in
this
the most
lobby. It's
hideous of lingerie. The
oh,
most hideous
see that red
of
one in the corner?
lingerie.
It
Yes.
looks like a
The
flap
one
of
that looks
meat.
like a crumpled up. Yes.
It's terrible.
It looks like Jessica's ugly blood clot dress.
It
Like it's
does.
all
And this purple corset, this bright fluorescent purple corset, I
zebra
don't think
print.
so. I don't think so. Meanwhile, all
Oh,
the
and
men are looking basic as
and
fuck. But look at
Lila
Lila.
in this
She
fabulous
is
red
Madame. Are you
dress.
kidding? This is like Madame
She is
Medusa.
taking on the role. It is Madame Medusa, straight. Right. It's wonderful.
Oh, it's so
And the
great.
fact that she chose feathers,
Purple.
purple.
Purple feathers with
Is
red.
this chicken? These are chicken feathers,
This
right?
is chicken feathers, baby. There's no ostrich here.
It's so
This
it's
is right
so
from the hen
community
house.
theater gypsy. Like it's so
Oh. Well, you know what I
I
like about it is
live.
it she doesn't really wear it that well, right?
No,
Like she
it's
does not look like
perfect.
it's right for her, but she's
It's
playing the part.
absolutely. If this had looked
Oh.
unclockable, it would have ruined the whole thing.
Hmm.
The whole point is that she is wrong for the, or she's playing dress up. I love it.
Well, what's interesting about it, we've
I
seen
love it.
Trisha O'Neill in many beautiful looks already on the series, right?
Right.
Beautiful, opulent, stunning things. And even her blue plaid shirt from early in this episode, she looks so good in it. And then to see her in this red sequined tart gown,
Trashy. It's
it's
so
trashy. It's so
brilliantly
trashy.
trashy.
Yeah.
I want to get a little bit
Yeah.
of her talking to Jessica because she walks up thinking that she's Mary Rose and that
Uh-huh.
Mary Rose knows exactly what this place of business was.
Yeah, she's
Because
in
why
the
wouldn't
know.
she?
Yeah.
She must. As she's handed a wad of cash.
Mm,
Miss Mary Rose, you weren't here
how
at opening
crude.
time. Now, I know you said you didn't want any changes made, so I figured that just meant business as usual. Is that okay?
I was just a little surprised that we opened so early.
Well, that's a courtesy to our regular customers. Some of them have to go home to dinner before the kids go to bed.
Very thoughtful. Mary Rose, we have to discuss Charlotte's will.
Oh, yes, of course. Will you excuse us, Lila?
Oh, sure.
Is it always this busy?
You haven't seen anything yet.
A delight. A delight.
Angela Lansbury's face, that whole sequence,
Oh my
is so
God.
brilliant.
For this body raunchy lady, this patrician beauty.
And she can't really give anything away because she's not herself either, so
I know. Yeah, it's really great. It's
this is
layer
quite
on
an
layer on layer.
exercise in the yes and of improv.
I have to say, so this is not Jessica's first foray into sex work,
No, we've seen it a few times
communication.
now.
We met her with Rose's daughter with and we talked about her feelings about prostitution before. She says,
Mhm.
I'm not passing judgment, and then immediately proceeds to pass judgment.
Yeah, yeah, she does.
It is a bit of her generation, for one thing.
Sure.
But this is brazen. Like this is not under the shadows of secrets for like this is not even like executive madams. This is not call girl madam. This is I'm going into a hotel saying it's $50 for the room and 100 for the girl, and then them going upstairs and having sex. Like this is the
Yeah.
most.
And then Betty Garrett is on standby to clean those rooms.
God, don't get a black light. I'm sorry.
Speaking of,
It is ambitious to have this Americana comforter. Like you, how do you steam clean that?
man, I don't
Like
know.
these are
I don't
like
know.
you get the rubber sheets out and you call it a day.
We all have the sex blanket or the sex sheet. You know what I mean?
But these
You
are all
throw it
sex
down so
sheets
you
and sex
don't
blankets.
you throw it down so you don't have to do an extra load of laundry.
But do you worry about that when you're staying at a hotel?
No. Well, okay, a
Exactly.
little bit, a little bit.
Okay.
Like
If you're gonna sleep in that bed later.
if I'm gonna sleep in that bed, you better believe I have a towel or two handy.
But you might just have sex on top of the comforter then.
But those sheets and comforters are always white.
Yes, I know, because that is a
And
symbolic proof of cleanliness.
uh,
You trust it if you can see that it's white.
that's right.
That's why it's white.
And it's white because they can clean it easily via bleach.
Uh,
So anyway,
so Betty Garrett
she's here
says,
again.
you went to the sheriff. You shouldn't have done that, Mrs. Fletcher.
What is this little
Oh, I mean,
hairpin
Mary
she's got
Rose.
going on?
I don't know. It's utterly bizarre.
I
It's
don't
this
get it.
mustard yellow circle
Yeah.
with this white and red little feather enamel.
It looks
Is
like
it
a
a symbol
superhero pendant or something. Like,
or like the side of a like a bus, like a
I
crane,
don't
like
know.
a yellow circle, white, red stripes? Is it a symbol?
It looks like it could be like some sort of brand, but I have never seen this. Frankly, it looks like a gas station symbol.
Yes,
It's
yes.
such a weird choice to put in her hair. I mean, I guess it's her little pop-up personality, but first of all, she
Yeah.
doesn't have enough hair to hold it back.
I guess I also love Betty Garrett playing a lady like this who is the housekeeper for a brothel. I just think
Hmm.
it's so matter of fact. I got my work to do.
Yep.
I gotta
Yep.
make up the rooms.
This is what I do. This is my lot in life. Let's get it going.
I was buddy buddy with Miss Charlotte, but I still had a relationship where I called her Miss Charlotte. Like it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
professional courtesy and also knows her secret because guess what she's pointing out to Lewis and Miss Mary Rose? On the death certificate, Dr. Lynch said heart attack. She said, no, no, it wasn't. And check under these floorboards. Her enemies in
Yeah.
Eden had she has documentation on.
She got secret. She got the receipts for their evil deeds. And she then lifts up apparently she's the only person who could possibly know about this, her and Miss Charlotte. Meanwhile, there's a full-on door on the floor. You can see this thing.
It's underneath the rug.
Yeah, but anybody who moved that rug
It's
would be like, "Oh, what's this little panel?" and would find that box.
but
It's not
that's
that
why
secret.
only the housekeeper would know.
I
Who else
guess.
is moving the rug?
Well, I guess. But apparently somebody did.
Yeah, somebody did. There was a
Yeah.
metal box full of jewelry and papers, and that box is missing.
And
Nobody
her
knew about it
will.
but Betty Garrett
Yeah.
and her will.
So Martha thinks that she was murdered.
And Martha is in the clear because she doesn't know what the blackmail material was. So these
Right.
people aren't going to go after her
Right.
if they even
Probably
knew that
for the
she knew.
best too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this episode would be a little less fun if we had another murder because we don't.
Yeah, there's enough. We have two deaths
We
that we're sort of coping with
exactly.
already.
Exactly. And we don't know who that guy with the mustache is yet.
Well, and frankly, Martha would have
Um,
been the best candidate for another murder.
absolutely.
And I would hate
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another Glynis John
Good.
situation. I don't think so. I'm not here for it.
So we find out that Miss Charlotte paid Sheriff Landry $1,000 a month to look the other way to carry
Hmm.
on with business. And Jessica, as Mary Rose, tells Betty Garrett to tell Lila that they're closing up shop tonight. Which, if you think about it, mid-thrust is no way to run a business.
No,
Uh,
she just came upstairs and it was so poppin'. Clear
and she
all the
hadn't seen
gentlemen.
nothing yet.
I don't think so. Then we have this very
All
interesting interpretation of these brothel whores and their opinions on all of this.
the hair. They have
I
so much
love
hair.
these girls. They're everything.
They all have, and none of them have names, but all
No,
of them have distinct
certainly not last
personalities,
names.
not unlike the models in the fashion show episode, not unlike uh like a sorority. They clearly
Yeah,
all live there.
yeah. So which of these women have just been freshly fucked? Because some of this hair,
The
look
ones who
at
are
in
doing
this
their hair.
chair, the one
I
sitting in
know
the
that
chair,
blonde.
that's fully like Albert Einstein hair. What is
It
going
is, but
on there?
well, look at the style. Like that's mousse. That's
Oh,
hairspray. That's hairspray
yikes.
or a
Okay,
fright
Joan
wig.
Jett.
You know what this looks? It looks like Black Christmas. It looks like they're all
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That
sitting
phone's gonna
around.
ring. Yeah.
Yep. I do love that this one here with the who's doing needlepoint. I think she's giving like run at Pulaski. Were you a Twin Peaks watcher?
No, I know it a little bit,
Um,
but
okay.
not like you do.
It's a harsh reference because Ronette is basically tortured and killed, but or not tortured and killed, but tortured, and not killed actually. But a lot of Twin Peaks also involves a sex worker storyline across the
Hmm.
lines,
Right.
across the country lines, and again, very wooden panel, old house. Uh, Tudor? I don't even know what the style is.
Yeah,
It's it's
I don't
it's
know.
not it's not
It's not
Victorian,
Tudor.
but
Yeah,
it's something. It's something. I, I
it's a
I'm
choice.
rough with my, but they're all in different color robes. They all have different
Hmm.
hair. Like they're doing the most Moulin Rouge jump for like
It looks kind of glamorous, right? Like I'd kind of want to work there as one of these girls.
I know. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? This is where you'd want to work.
Kind of,
If you were
yeah.
gonna do that, you
It
have
looks
the
cushy.
sorority safety, you have police awareness. Like this is actually
Your
like
pimp is a
the
woman.
least, yes, who's on site.
Yep.
You have systems in place to protect you, so
Staff is
no
all women.
one's is brilliant.
Yeah.
This is a proper brothel that you would see at like the ranch. Like
Yes.
yeah. Uh so Mary Rose says she's going to close down the garden even for a 3-day period of remembrance,
Hmm.
which one of the sex workers says, "What a steer sweet thing to do." I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it.
Why she would say that?
Why would that be in remembrance of Mary Rose? And when somebody
Charlotte.
says how, yeah, well, how
Yeah.
would why would we do that? And then she says, "Oh, by the way, I'll make sure all of you get paid." Uh, which tells
So,
me, I wonder then, are they salary?
well, I was wondering the same thing because she said everyone gets full pay. What is full pay? Do they each get
'Cause
a salaried amount each day they work?
that would be nice.
That would
That
be
would be
lo
actually, it
Now
would be
this is
like
the kind of
pooling.
union shit I'm here for.
Yeah, that would be nice because I'm
Yeah.
sure there are favorites. I'm
Protected
sure
sex
there are
work. All
people.
right.
Uh, everyone
Ooh,
has their
Lila's mad
specialty.
though. Lila is mad back there.
She's
Did you see that?
yeah. Well, because she's seeing Mary Rose take authority, and
Hmm.
she wants the authority now that Charlotte's gone.
Lila
I don't think
wants the job.
she's not necessarily upset about the 3 day of remembrance. She's not necessarily upset about the 3 day uh day of remembrance. She's more pissed that someone not her is making decisions.
She's pissed that Mary Rose has decided to stay and continue the business. And I mean, I get why she's mad. She has to now negotiate a new relationship with another ball-busting woman
Hmm.
above her who
Hmm.
is going to have all the authority and power and
Who
money in the
frankly hasn't earned
situation to
it
do
in
whatever
her
she
mind.
wants, who
Yeah.
hasn't earned it. She doesn't know the business. Yeah. So Lila is pissed.
Oh, we meet our reverend who we're seeing for the first time in cleric's clothes, and
Hmm.
he's with our cranky lady who gave Mary
Stephanie.
Rose the fisheye when she first drove up,
Yeah.
and we're established that they are together.
They are a
Right?
married couple.
Or am I wrong, or is he much younger than her?
He seems much younger than her.
Like he's not quite like
Or maybe not much,
30, but
maybe like a 6 or 7 years younger than her.
all right.
That's I'm pretty good at clocking age.
All right.
I want to now I
So
kind of want to
now,
look it up.
well, I mean, again, I struggle with immediately saying what actors are what age if that's what they should be playing
Yeah,
because I don't like that because I feel like, oh, this person is so much younger. Then I'm like, yeah, but do you buy it or do you buy it?
right.
If you didn't know, and
Right.
how often had Angela Lansbury been only barely older than the people she was playing mother to?
Oh, they were the same age.
Really?
He was 2 years younger.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
She was
She
born in
just reads
38.
older.
He was born
She
in
just reads
40.
older.
Yeah.
I think partial. Well, how old are they? I'm sorry. They were born in what year?
She was born in 38. He was born in 40.
So let's say 1987 minus
So
1940. He was
he
47.
he was 47. She was 49.
And I view her as a contemporary of the Golden Girls. So I'm already thinking of her older
In
because she was
like the
also a cookie
50s,
lady.
mid 50s.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'll be damned.
So yeah. So we're at Doc's
This
office,
is the
and
deep research
Jessica
we do here.
is
The
still in
doc.
Mary Rose my yes. Oh, remember, don't you remember at 50 Mile? If you're a small town man and you're the only doctor in residence, you call him Doc. Uh
That's right.
he says that he was tight with Charlotte and that she was unconscious, but then said, by the way,
Hmm.
cremate me. In her last dying breath, she said, don't forget to cremate me, Doc.
I was sure. Burn me up. This guy, McDonald Carey, is playing the doc, and I recognized him from Days of Our Lives. He was on Days of Our Lives since
Oh.
1965 until his death, I think.
The small town politics of this. He is so rattled at having to come up with on the cuff really bad excuses because he's never
Yeah.
had to before.
Oh, he's really stressed. She is stressing him out. Actually, I wouldn't mind hearing this
You hear a
scene.
little bit?
I think it's a good scene.
She was a lady. She was entitled to that last bit of vanity.
Oh, I'm so sorry to sound so confused about all this.
Manipulation scene.
But how did Charlotte ask to be cremated if she was unconscious?
That was earlier, before she lapsed into a coma.
Oh, you mean on the telephone when she was gasping for breath?
A few days earlier, when she was here in this office, she mentioned chest pains. I told her she might have heart trouble. That was when she made the request. Charlotte was a very brave woman.
Oh, forgive me if I'm still confused, but if you knew that she had heart trouble, why did you go to her when she called? I mean, why didn't you call an ambulance?
Much as I'd like to go on talking with you, Miss Welch, I'm afraid I have patients waiting.
Well, thank you for seeing me, Doctor. You've helped me more than you know. I'll see myself out.
Let me just keep pricking
Oof.
holes in your story.
She is unrelenting, isn't she?
And she's not asking hard questions. It's all fuckery.
No.
Like, and she
Meanwhile, he
knows
looks
it's
like he's gonna have a
fuckery.
heart attack, right? He's shaking. He's shaking on that phone.
I do love there's this we missed it earlier, I think, where they were all having their first meeting in the
Hmm.
shadows, where one of them says, ah, she looks just like her, the spitting image. And somebody else says, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think
I love
so.
that they're like, I love that.
It's true. By
Oh,
the way, I
this is
recognize our doc actor as the defense attorney, Oscar Ramsey, in Trial by Air. So we've
yes,
seen
he
him
is
already. Don't say another word.
our foghorn leghorn.
Yes. I said.
Those peppy little bromides.
Hmm.
We have a great, speaking of heart attacks, we have this great moment with Jessica when she returns to the Garden of Eden with Trisha O'Neill back in Daywear, and she says,
Back in Dayware.
you had a long distance phone call, Mrs. Fletcher. And Jessica's like, what? As if she's being called
What?
Mrs.
I know.
Fletcher.
It's interesting when she's like
And
fucking with other people, when she's like, oh, I've been found
it's a
out.
good, it's a good,
It's
it's a
always
good
good.
slipping of the mask. Yeah.
Hmm. You know, you're right. Trisha is back in her like daywear and she's wearing this
Yeah.
beautiful mauve, maybe silk blouse, and she looks so pretty.
Purdy.
Purdy, yes.
So the real Mary Rose called the Garden of Eden, saying that she was Mrs. Fletcher. This is getting confusing.
Right.
Uh, it's a great moment when she calls, and Jessica has to be like, "It's nice hearing from you, Jessica."
Jessica,
Like,
yeah. This is how we really know that is dim. Mary Rose is dim.
but she's very enthusiastic and very excited because they found a plane ticket on the body of the hit and run driver. His name was Eddie Mackle.
And guess
Now
who's
that doesn't
listening
mean
in?
anything to us. It means something to Trisha O'Neill.
Yeah, because she's listening in.
Lila is shaking. Look at her.
Oh,
Shaking.
honey. Did she
Heartbroken.
not know that he was dead at this point? It
No,
seems like she didn't. That's
she didn't.
really sad.
She did not know that he had gone. So we meet her in her room. So we get another room in the building that we've not
Oh
seen
yeah.
before.
Much quainter than Charlotte's room.
But we have, I think it's Renoir, this portrait of the
Certainly.
concubine on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous, very in theme. This room is patterned a lot less gaudy. It's
Oh yeah.
still tacky, but it's
It's
a
still
lot less
tacky.
gaudy than
I
Charlotte's
mean,
room.
the feather boa over the mirror is a little overkill,
I
maybe,
live.
but
She
she's
has another feather boa and some sort of
of a
pink
different color. Yes.
feathery thing.
Uh-huh.
So, oh my goodness gracious.
Meanwhile, everything else looks like it's from Cracker Barrel. It's like so
It's
country.
it's very bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Very bed and breakfast. And what were these like pictures that we had a hold on in Americana times? Like these like giant uh china pictures that you would just hang, you
Oh
just put
yeah.
on your dressers. Like it's like a bedpan
It's
almost.
like a
Like
bathing basin or something, right? Like
they, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Now I
All they do is
appreciate
take
this
up counter
flash.
space.
I appreciate this flashback moment because Jessica sees this framed photo of Eddie Mackle and Lila,
Hmm.
clearly taken like 3 days ago.
Yep.
But
Her hair hasn't changed
and
a
we get a
bit.
flashback. We get a flashback from an angle that Jessica never could have seen of Eddie in the car
Of
about
his
to run
face,
them
yeah.
over.
Right.
Yeah. Again, never could have seen that angle of him.
Eddie's kind of cute.
Yeah, sweet.
He's
Yeah.
pretty eyes.
He looks a little bit like the doctor in Electric Cathedral.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So Mary
Oh,
Rose is
poor
trying to
Lila.
appeal to Lila.
Yeah. Lila is going through some shit, right? Like her job is threatened, her career aspirations are threatened, her boyfriend is
Love
dead
interest is
from
dead.
trying to murder a woman, might add.
That would be hard
Yeah.
to contend with.
It's so
Oh, we get a
interesting
go. Oh,
because
you want to get a
she
little?
plays, yeah, let's do.
Doing with that? Give it back.
So that's Eddie Mackle.
So what if it is?
I'm sorry, Lila. I understand that you were very fond of him.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Two people working in a place like this, falling for each other. God, that's funny.
Why don't you tell me what he was doing in New York City?
Charlotte was always saying how one day I'd run this place. When she died, I thought it was mine. And then you called and I found out Charlotte had a sister.
So you sent him to New York City to find me?
No. I didn't even know where he was going. He just said he was gonna make it work out for us. If I'd have known what he had in his mind, I could have talked him out of it. Eddie was a sweet guy, but he wasn't exactly a rocket scientist. He thought he was doing me a favor.
Don't you mean a second favor? What about Charlotte?
Eddie didn't kill Charlotte.
Well, then who did?
Nobody. Charlotte died of a heart attack. Ask Dr. Lynch.
I did, and I'm pretty sure that he was lying to me, just like you're lying now.
Charlotte died of a heart attack.
She wants to believe it so badly.
Afraid
Yeah.
that I'm going to find out the truth.
You just get out. This is still my room.
So we get confirmation, and I believe authentic confirmation that she and Charlotte were close, and that she
Yeah,
was in fact
I think so too.
Charlotte's protege.
Hmm.
And the reason I made a point to mention it before is because so much of these shows are about deception or about asking people a certain way. I genuinely like that Lila is a well-meaning, good character.
Me too. Me too.
I really appreciate that as essentially our only developed character in the sex work industry for this episode. I like that she is a business woman. She did not send anybody to kill anybody. She is not involved in the murder or the cover-up. And she's just trying to survive and keep it going and be good at her job.
Yeah. And the performance, frankly, that last scene alone is really outstanding.
We get snot sniffles. Like the
She is
ego of an
fully
actor to allow that to happen, to allow that to, like, that's brilliance. Like, I appreciate that so much.
She really, we talk about her all the time because we love her and we've seen her several times now, but she has like a main character energy to her that's just undeniable. And I think that's kind of what it is, right? Regardless of what role she's playing, she sort of commands attention and makes you forget that other things are happening. In that scene, all I could think about was like, fuck, Lila is going through it.
Yeah. You
And
felt really
a
bad for her.
character who earlier in the episode we thought was maybe just a little schemy or maybe was a little simple, right? Or naive or not super savvy. You realize that she's really a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the well-roundedness of her character. She is compelling. I want to know
I
more,
really like
but
her
I
character
don't
here.
feel shortchanged either.
Yeah. Well, and Trisha O'Neill has kind of a bitch quality about her that when you put her in a role like Lila, who's not particularly written like a bitch, you get a little bit extra with just Trisha being who she is. So it gives Lila an edge that she may not have had with another actor.
One of our bonuses, I think we should watch one of the Matlock she's on, because she is really wonderful, and particularly in one of them. There's another one she appears in. She unfortunately she's not in it that much, but there's another one where she is the antagonist.
Right.
So, yeah, we get another confrontation essentially scene, or at least a little tug and pull with Dobbs, where Jessica, as Mary Rose, is still trying to get some information. And as always, bad guys always talk too much.
They say too much.
And we get some motivation.
All of a sudden, there's this real estate plot line. Yeah.
But I can't seem to find the deeds.
And you won't. Some time ago, there was talk about developing some land for a big shopping mall to pull down some of those tourist dollars. All it amounted to was a bunch of talk. I bought a couple of parcels for she and I, and had to sell them at a loss.
Well, she must have gotten something out of this business, Mr. Dobbs. I can't imagine why a shrewd businessman like you would want to buy this enterprise if it had never made a profit.
Well, ma'am, let's put it this way. If you sold to me, you'd be able to go back east with a hell of a lot more money than you had when you came through the door.
Why is it that everyone is so nervous with me around? You know, Dr. Lynch trembled when I spoke to him.
Well, poor old Doc. he had his problems. One of them was his drinking. But I got to give the man credit for keeping it under control. But not before he killed one of his patients. That was in another state. Man can't help but shake with that on his conscience. Well, you think about my offer now, hmm?
So,
He was
in that
fully
brief
smoking a
moment,
cigar in their house, by the way. Rude.
fully, he wants to buy the Garden of Eden,
Yeah.
and he wants to share with Mary Rose that Doc
Has a history.
there's a history, which the sheriff was sort of indicating that like you're questioning Doc, you're saying things about Doc, and you know he's a good guy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't deserve this kind of inquest against
Right.
his character because
Right.
sheriff doesn't know about Doc's history either. So why does Dobbs?
Why does Dobbs know?
Why does Dobbs?
I don't know.
We have an out of character, but perhaps truly in character frumpy moment from Lila. And I kind of live. It is not an appealing dress. It is
No,
not
it's a
a good
moo-moo.
cut. But you know, it's her most authentic, and I kind of live.
Well,
It
she's
makes
like,
so
I'm
much sense for
sad.
her.
I'm
It
sad
makes
right
so much
now.
sense for her. It makes
Yeah.
so much sense. And she's coming to Jessica after that little confrontation in the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
with information. And then when she says, I'm not going to beg, but I'll deal. I'll tell you if you promise me that I won't lose my job. And when Mary Rose doesn't bend, she still tells her.
She still tells her. Jessica is playing hardball here.
She is. She is. But let's get a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more Trisha.
It was real late, about 3:30 in the morning. I'd been asleep for a couple of hours because the middle of the week business hadn't been that good. Well, some noises down the hall woke me up. I thought it was a couple of drunk Johns who didn't have the sense to go home. Well, I was gonna tell them to haul their ash cans down to some other dump. But when I came out, I saw that Charlotte's door was open. And two men carried her out wrapped in a blanket, with her arms hanging out. She looked so white. Doc Lynch was right behind them.
Who were the other two men?
Snook Sitwell. He was that professional football player, but he had to give it all up to come back and run the family business. He can be real nasty, you ask some of the girls. And the other one was Reverend Willard Manchester, the hypocrite.
And did they see you watching them?
Yes, ma'am. Doc Lynch came over to me. He told me that Charlotte called him. She'd had a heart attack, and they were taking her to his office for some kind of treatment or other.
What else?
Nothing else. They took her out, and I went back to bed.
Lila, there's something else. You're afraid to tell me something. What are you leaving out?
Lord. They even thought I saw it.
Saw what?
It was a stain on Charlotte's blanket. I'm pretty sure it was blood Mary Rose.
And do you know what heart attacks don't cause? Blood
Bleeding.
stains. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh my God. So the plot thickens.
It does. I think that might be the end of our Trisha O'Neill experience.
I think pretty much. She gets a lot of material here, but she has now
really
served
does.
her purpose, right? I think she shows up maybe at the end.
Not at the very end.
I can't remember now. But
we only have a little bit left because we have about 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
We're closing in on Mrs. Manchester, Reverend Manchester's wife, who is angrily cutting the bushes outside the church.
She's gonna kill somebody with those.
She is. Because Reverend Manchester is a regular attendee of
Right.
the Garden of Eden.
Is that the idea? Is that he has his sort of needs and she looks the other way, even though she's
Yes,
really
I
mad
believe
about
so.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty
I believe
simple information. Okay.
Lila indicates that he's a hypocrite for that as well.
But is
that may not be his secret. That may not be his secret.
Yeah, that feels too easy. There's something else. Well, it's one of his
It
secrets
could
anyway.
be. I mean, he's also a reverend. He's married, but he's not a priest.
He's
So
also
there is
kind of
a
hot.
it's a different kind of thing versus I killed a guy, I'm a bad investor. Like
Yeah,
I cheated people out of investments. I
right.
think I maybe cremated people I shouldn't have. Like it's maybe we're just too progressive. The idea of a
Maybe.
reverend going to a brothel isn't that shocking to us.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. All right.
yeah, particularly if he and the wife have an agreement, which they
You're
seem
right.
to, reluctantly perhaps on her part, but she's made her bed.
Oh, and you get another car shot. Let's see. What is he
Yeah,
doing with the
they're
wheel?
flying through this town. Oh,
Oh, he
that was a big turn when
that was
there
a big
was
turn.
nowhere to
No
go.
turn. No turn at all. They're going fast. This seems dangerous.
Oh, by the way, Sheriff knows that Jessica Fletcher is Jessica Fletcher.
Oh yeah, that was the
He found
reveal.
out that Mary Rose is actually still in New York with a broken leg because that was her
He,
injury
he
from
caught wind
the
about the guy careening with his car toward Mary
yes,
Rose and sending her to the hospital.
which makes perfect sense because that person was a townsperson.
Yeah,
Uh,
Eddie
Eddie
Mackle.
lived Eddie lived in that town, so why wouldn't he have
So
found that
that
out?
information, of course, was going to get back. A little careless of
But
Jessica, although I guess she was just playing a waiting game.
he still didn't know she was Jessica Fletcher, but she offered that information because he
Yeah,
basically says, "So who the hell are you?"
yeah.
Um, this came up last episode. We're reaching the end of JB Fletcher's anonymity, but
Hmm.
we're still there. We're still within that realm of
She can still
possibility.
pretend to be somebody else.
So yes, I believe one reason that we're essentially done with Lila's character is because we're going to get more information from the Betty Garrett character, Martha, also named Martha in the Golden Girls, might I say.
That's true.
Uh, and we're going to get an invitation to the mortuary for a little tête-à-tête rendezvous with Mary
With
Rose.
the secret society.
Yes, with the Blackmail Society,
Hmm.
Snooks, Reverend Manchester, Dobbs, and Doc,
That's right.
and Sneezy, and Sleepy and Dopey. Uh,
At the mortuary. At the mortuary.
I know. Suddenly we're back in the Headless Horseman. Like this is very
It is.
uh
The wind rustling the leaves outside. Dark at night.
Lewis is Lewis is gonna wait in the car while Mary Rose
Right.
shares with basically I guess they're going to posit that she is going to become the blackmailer du jour in
Right.
lieu of Charlotte.
I think that's what
Because
they all need to figure out. Like,
oh, Standing.
yeah,
Did you catch that? Did
I
you
sure
catch
did.
that?
Look at her. Yeah.
Running up the mortuary.
Not
Not
not our
remotely
dame.
Angel Lansbury.
No.
That's so funny. I wonder then, actually, let me pull it back a couple of seconds. If it's even her, and if we even get a good glimpse of her in the car. We don't. That's the
No, I think that's the
all of the
stand-in
outside.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. So she did the car shots, but none of the exteriors.
right.
You know what? Take your days off, Angela. You do it.
Pamper yourself.
You don't.
Self-care.
You don't. You don't need to be there. Go take a bath. You enjoy. You enjoy.
Let's see.
Don't give in to your. You don't have to give up on your sexuality.
That's
Oh,
still
do actually,
her.
we do see her. Do we did see her leave the car, didn't we?
That's not her though. That second shot, that's not her. It's not the same
That's her
hair.
leaving. No, but
Yes,
look, she's going to the stairs, back to
that's
Lewis,
her.
and now Stand-in.
That's not her. Yeah.
It's not her. No, I know.
No. No, look, it looks
So
like a man.
it's the same Stand-in
I know.
as fashionable way.
Yes.
It's the hair. She's also she's just not the right uh measurements.
Yeah.
Her waist is tighter than it was pulled, like the jacket was pulled tighter
Yeah,
than
yeah. They
Jessica's.
tried. They tried. You know what?
So we're in this mortuary.
If it means she gets to put her feet up, good for her.
Yeah, we're in this mortuary, which basically looks like any other house, which I kind of love.
Yeah.
It looks like any other.
Yeah. Until you walk into this blood red room. Jeez.
It's comforting. Mr.
Where
Pfeiffer
we
is going
showcase
to
the yes. We are
offer which
bereaved on a
caskets
budget.
would you like?
I think this is a really interesting scene because these bad guys, this panel of bad guys, quote unquote, turns out to just be a scared group of boys, right?
Yeah,
Frankly. Please don't hurt us. Please don't throw us under the bus. What do you want from us?
even though the four of us could easily strangle you and toss you in one of these caskets and throw you
Well,
in the
and
fire
burn it
pit,
up.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
right now.
I just say I guess she left. What are you
It's
gonna do about
interesting.
it?
CJ Dobbs takes a seat, Snook Sitwell takes a seat, and the doc takes a seat, but the Reverend stays standing by one of the caskets, looking
Because
hot
he
and
has his
nervous.
first monologue. He
Yeah.
has to make his first discussion.
Uh-huh. This is where we actually learn what was happening. So they were all being blackmailed by Charlotte. The Reverend was dropping off a payment, showed up, the door was slightly ajar, and he found her nearly dead body, stabbed in the bed.
Stabbed and bathed in this red Suspiria light.
I know. Red light special. And so,
When we get back to Dobbs's shot, take a look at what he has as his neckwear. It's not a bolo tie. It's something. It's like a corkscrew.
let's see it.
So Reverend is the one who calls Doc,
Yeah, the Reverend calls Doc. Doc
and
decides
then
that he
Doc
has to
calls
report it
Dobbs.
as like a natural cause of death, like a heart attack, rather than a murder, because it might open up an investigation. All their secrets are revealed, whatever.
Yeah, which I don't know how they would have, frankly, gotten their secrets revealed, even if there was
Right,
an investigation.
right.
But all right,
Cremation
the
was
cremation
Snook's
was
idea.
yep, no stab wound, no murder, no investigation, and none of them cared about Charlotte's killer.
And so why is Dobbs here? Because he's part of the Blackmail Society, right? That's the
He's
idea.
part of the Blackmail Society, and he was the one I think who he also showed up to help.
Okay.
He was seen
So,
in the flashback of the four of them
oh, was
bringing
he?
the body down. Yeah,
Hmm.
and he is basically treating himself like he's the one in charge.
Yeah, he's kind of the ringleader here. He's definitely taking the ring. Everybody else is too nervous, frankly.
Yeah, and we find out that none of them know each other's secrets. They just happen to know they're all being blackmailed, which
Right.
you have to wonder, how did you find that out?
I want to know
But
what Snook's Sitwell's secret is.
I wonder if they told us and they cut it. Like, I wonder if it was just
Oh, it
like
would have been
this
nice, right?
flagrant little thing.
Yeah. Snook Sitwell.
And again, we don't have technical confirmation that the Reverend Secrets is him philandering, because I feel like that's actually hard to blackmail about, considering there are other
Well, because there's
women
no like
in that.
proof.
Yeah, you'd have to, like, if he shows up at opening or during the night, it's not a it's not the most discreet way
Yeah.
of getting
Yeah.
sex work.
That's the truth. And then okay, so Jessica just laid a trap
I mean,
about the
wouldn't it be
sheriff.
interesting if actually he never was what if he didn't actually sleep with any of the women? What if his hypocrisy was something else? Maybe he's gay.
Ooh, I like that.
Of
Always
course.
here for that.
We have to always here for that. Always here for that.
So Jessica just laid a trap about the sheriff.
Yes.
What did she say? She lied. And then of course this meeting ends and everybody zooms away in their cars.
Well, he's saying that
Oh,
the
because
sheriff
she
will
mentioned the
be
box
at yeah.
and
And
has a
she says
warrant to
that the
search
sheriff will
all of your
show up.
places for this box with the blackmail materials and the will and money, et cetera, et cetera.
So y'all better go to your houses and cover up
And
any tracks that you need
hide your
covered up.
box. Yeah. And of course, the sheriff didn't have a warrant or anything like that.
No.
She was acting on the spot. She was
Oh, that
improving
wasn't Jessica
101.
leaving the mortuary, but
No.
here she is in the car again.
Yep. There's something about this moment in this sort of twilight, or not twilight, but midnight. Everybody flees.
Yeah,
It's very satisfying.
dramatic.
Yeah.
And we head back to Dobbs's place, where he heads into his office, I guess, where he was
Yeah.
gonna find his oh wait, that's not his lockbox. That's Charlotte's
That's
lockbox.
Charlotte's. Oh,
And there's the sheriff.
and Jessica.
See,
It
look at
had to
that
be you, Mr.
corkscrew bolo
Dobbs.
tie. Do you see it?
Oh, let's see it. Let's see.
We're
Of
going to middle.
course.
As soon as I mention it again, it
Oh,
goes to
I
flashback.
know.
But we find out that Jessica caught on because he said
Right.
he knew about Doc's secret.
Right.
And
And so
again,
I think what turned
he
out
hints
is
at
that
it.
CJ Dobbs wasn't actually being blackmailed, right? She didn't
Yes.
have a secret on him. So why is he here with this group of guys? Or
He told
maybe
them he lied and said he did have a secret. He
now
said
what
that
I want
I'm
to
also
know is
being blackmailed.
was it the night of Charlotte's death that they all sort of came together as the secret society? Or had they
Had we
been
known
in
before?
this like secret society before that? Because if he just happened to be on the scene of the crime, be like, yeah, I'm one of the blackmailed too. And they're like, okay, we all get it. We're all bonded by this by this cover up that we're committing, right? That would make
Yeah.
sense. I just wonder. I just wonder. When it turned out it was something totally different, and that's because we keep hearing tell of this shopping mall that they're going to build.
Okay. So he knew by the time the shopping mall was going to be built, though. So he's been lying for quite some time.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. So he's known for quite some time. He's pretended for quite some time. Okay, there's his tie. Look at his tie. Look at
It's
see, it's like the
weird. It's
snake
weird.
wraparound thing. Yeah,
It's a little flamboyant.
it's a little much.
Yeah.
You sensing something about Dobbs?
What? Now I'm
You
distracted by
sensing
this
so
weird tie. Oh gosh. Um, oh no,
oh,
okay. So what I
so
was
we
going to say
flash
about
back
Dobbs
to
is
him
that
arguing. Ooh,
Charlotte and Dobbs bought land for the shopping mall because they were going to make a bundle off of it, right? But then he convinced her that
mhm,
it was worthless and bought it from her at like a super cheap price or something. And now he's going to
mhm.
stand to make tons of money when they build this shopping mall. And of course, she found out about this. And so
Got mad at him.
that was the motive moment, right?
That was his motive
I don't
for
know if it's
attacking
the
him.
best moment or I don't know that it's the best motive. It seems a little loose to me to stab the woman. You
I mean,
cheated me.
he didn't necessarily know he was going to stab her.
No, I
He
think it
may have
was
just
kind of
had
a
the knife
in
on
the
him.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, do we know what he stabbed her with? Yeah, like a pocket
Oh,
knife.
yeah.
So he just had like a pocket knife.
Yeah.
Um, and actually in that flashback, it almost looks like he's about to slit her throat.
I know it's awful.
Not part of the show, people, not part of the show.
She's hot. Charlotte's hot.
You look at that. Yeah, he's about to slit her throat.
That's terrible. Ooh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah. That would have been a little harder. Would have definitely your aggravation. Um,
Well, so it was CJ Dobbs. It was CJ Dobbs who was sort of
oh,
manipulating everyone.
I love it. He says, I can't believe you're taking the word of this cat house, madam.
Give me your pocket knife. You know what's interesting about it is it wasn't like a cleaver or a revolver or something. It was like just a regular pocket knife that you might carry around with you anytime.
Right.
Yeah,
Which he kept.
right.
You stupid, stupid man. You
Dumb, dumb,
stupid,
dummy.
so pompous, so self-assured
Yeah.
man. Hubris,
Hubris.
the true villain.
Tisk.
Now we're back in New York, and Mary Rose is being assured that sorry, yes, Mary Rose is being assured that Charlotte didn't suffer much
Hmm.
and that
They're
she
lying to her. They're lying
Yeah,
to
they
her.
are absolutely
They
lying to
decide that
her.
they're not going to tell her everything that went down and just
This
say,
is
"Oh, yep, she died. She has a heart
once
attack."
again Jessica's selective uh ethics.
Although, frankly, Mary Rose probably shouldn't know the truth. I don't think she
Killed
can
by a
handle it.
burglar. Killed by a burglar.
Yeah.
And she says, I think I'll go live there. Why shouldn't I be happy and have something? So I'll go live there. And do you think I'll be good at running that place? And Lewis and Jessica have to look at each other and go, oh,
Like,
okay, now we have to have a harder
oh,
conversation.
oh. What do you think happens after this fade to black moment?
Oh God.
Do you think they actually tell her, okay, let's level with you. This is what's happening?
It
Because
could go either way.
theoretically, I think we get the impression that Jessica leaves the Garden of Eden Hotel while it's still operating, right? While Lila is still running things the way she would run things. What are the next
I
steps
mean,
here? Because it's still
I would
Mary
love to
Rose's
think,
hotel.
I would love to think that Mary Rose would be like, oh, that sounds okay. Why not?
Yeah,
Sure. I could
yeah.
see her pluckily saying, oh, it's a brothel.
Honestly, why
Interesting.
couldn't she earn some passive income, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we all could use a little passive income right now.
Honestly.
But we get a
Oh,
little button on the story, Mary wrote,
yeah,
and but also I guess the problem with that is that if she does take over, she will find out the truth about Mary Rose's death as well. Or
that's
sorry,
right.
Charlotte's death as well.
Yeah.
So
And the whole
in
web of
fact,
crime involved.
yeah.
She seems a little buttoned up.
So
So I don't know.
my
I don't know.
expectation is that Lewis and Jessica will on the spot come up with a excuse to delay her and say, "Oh, I think Lila has it," or I believe, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they'll reach out to Lila and say, okay, Mary Rose is gonna call you. This is what she knows. This is what we
That's
think
what
you
we got
should
to do.
say. Right?
Uh,
Because you know that Lila and Jessica Fletcher are friends for life now, right?
oh yeah,
Although,
bonded.
do we ever get a moment? I don't think we do, where Lila finds out that Jessica is not Mary Rose and that she's actually Jessica. I don't think we
No,
do.
we don't.
See, I don't like that. I don't like keeping Lila in the dark that way when she's been through so much.
I don't know what to tell you, Petra.
Unbothered. Unbothered.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm
Uh, yeah,
just gotta advocate for my girl.
of course, of course. I like to think that Jessica, when she went back, 'cause she would have had to go back and get her stuff anyway, that she would have sat Lila down and said, okay, so just so you know,
Just so you know.
Dobbs is arrested. Here's what really happened. Thank you for your time. By the way, I'm not Mary Rose. I had to subterfuge. Because
Hmm.
she also has to say the same thing to Betty Garrett,
Yeah.
the only one who knows who she really is. Because even
Is the
Dobbs calls
sheriff.
her a cat house madam
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah, the only one who knows is the sheriff. Because
They
none
don't
of
know
these
who they're
people
dealing
read.
with.
Um,
So I wonder what happens now that that box has been recovered and those secrets are essentially accessible. Like what happens to the doctor? What happens to the reverend? Again, maybe nothing happens.
well, there probably will be some fallout.
Yeah.
Um, depending on what the secrets are, keeping in mind that we don't have confirmation on what Snooks or the Reverend are in for. Doc having killed a patient, that coming to light, it's up to the discretion of uh the evidence and discovery, basically, to say how much that weighs into the reason of how much that comes out in the prosecution, essentially, of Dobbs.
Right.
If Dobbs uh, pleads guilty, then a lot of that wouldn't come out anyway.
Right.
Some of it would still not be public record. That technically could be sealed. There's a lot of ways to say that they could protect Doc still,
Hmm.
depending on if there's any crime actually there. Doc
Right.
killing his patient out of negligence and him fleeing to another state doesn't necessarily say that he is guilty of murder.
Right.
and that
Right.
it technically would be prosecuted. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of hemming and hawing over possibilities there, but yeah,
Right.
I don't know if we're. I mean, we're certainly not meant to worry about them because they're all basically being painted as despicable. So we want them to get what's coming to them technically anyway.
Right.
But if the Reverend's only crime is that he visits sex workers, he's not going to face any trouble for that. And we don't
No,
know what Snooks is doing.
we
So
don't. I think this circle of blackmail, these guys, they're such interesting characters because I think I mentioned it even earlier. They're very intimidating at first, and even when Jessica goes to the mortuary and she walks in, there's like a sense of ominous danger.
yeah,
But when it came down to it, they were all just participating in a cover-up. None of them were guilt. Well, obviously CJ, but we know that he was lying and sort of manipulating the others. But the rest of the men are just sort of like guys who made mistakes and were just doing their best to not suffer dire
farmers.
consequences for it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they're not bad guys necessarily. They're not good guys, but they're not bad guys. And even the sheriff saying that like, oh, the doctor is our closest thing to a saint here in Eden. So he
Right.
clearly has
He
a
clearly
reputation
has,
there
yeah.
for doing good work and being valued in this community. And so it kind of
And
makes you think differently about Doc. Like, oh,
his
he just
negligence could have been decades ago. There's
could
no
have been.
implication
Yeah. We
because
don't know.
if he's maintained this relationship with the town
Yeah.
that long to be considered a saint, we're going back at least 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, small town secrets once
Small
again.
town secrets. I am pleased. I am pleased.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little red light special.
Any final
Uh,
thoughts?
great episode. Well done, compelling, interesting. Yes, there are some threads that could be pulled to say what about, but I think it tells us. But the writers tell us what they want us to.
Yeah.
I mean, they tell us what they want to have us know. Any additional information is speculative, but it doesn't mean that nothing makes sense. It just
Right.
means that we're not given that information because why would we necessarily? If you
Yeah.
really think about it, why would Snooks's uh, crime be brought up in conversation? It wouldn't be.
No.
What would the point be? The only reason we know about Doc is because Dobbs is flexing for Mary
Right.
Rose.
And that was her clue. That was Jessica's clue.
That was her clue.
He was
And
not
that's the
discreet
only
enough.
reason exactly. So there's no real reason for us to get any other stuff. We
No.
don't need to know any of the other stuff because everything else is lived in. Everything else is just sort of matter of
Hmm.
fact. I
Hmm.
appreciate that. I can understand why that would be frustrating as a consumer, but I like it as a creative because I think that it lends itself to
Yeah, I
discussing
like
it.
it
And
too. I like
it
it
doesn't
too.
discredit the audience and tell us everything we need to know.
Do you remember when I was talking about obsession and how
Hmm.
they didn't get into any like backstory or lore or any of that nonsense?
Hmm.
Same idea, right? We don't need
Mm.
to know everything because it doesn't serve the moment
It would
to know
actually
that
hurt the
detail.
moment.
It actually over-explain it. It would be less interesting, it'd be less provocative. So
I
I like
wanted to
that
know
too.
more about this town.
I don't
I want to learn more about the
Sure.
brothel and everything, but I understand why I don't deserve that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's not what we're doing here.
It's not what we're here for. Yeah.
No.
What a great backdrop though. What a great
Excellent set piece.
relatively progressive viewpoint for
Yeah.
one thing. None of the sex workers are bad people. The
Yeah.
Charlotte is an opportunist, and technically, if you want to say she gets some judgment rained down on her, but she's still the victim because she didn't deserve to be killed over an investment shit. It actually has nothing
Yeah.
to do with her sex work that
I
she's killed for.
know. Which is also refreshing, right?
It is.
Didn't have to be sorted.
It's a good feeling. So we get positive uh hardworking characters like Betty Garrett,
Hmm.
um,
And Trisha O'Neill as Lila,
and
for
Trisha
that
O'Neill.
matter.
And the only real person who is disgusted at the brothel is a Christian fundamentalist. So why wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't? So, and they're not painted well either. So yeah,
It's such an interesting
Chris.
idea because I think so many people, um, and maybe I'll frame this in the story. I was talking about sex work with a relative of mine, someone who was in their maybe early 60s at the time, and we were talking about like the idea that sex work is work and there's agency in it and there's nothing wrong with it. And it was interesting, even from a very progressive person, they still had this very hard-lined point of view about like prostitution. You don't whore your body out. You know what I mean? Those sorts of ideas. And but here in this town, Eden, like you said, there's only one judgmental voice here, and that's the fundamentalist Christian. Everybody else that we meet anyway seems to be very settled around this idea because once it's
Mhm.
actually there and they understand what its impact is and what's happening, it's actually not so threatening, is it?
No, it's the post
It
office.
actually, it's
It's like
just
it's any.
it's business. It's another place of work, and they seem to have good boundaries. Those women seem to be very contained in this space where the wrong eyes don't see them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So when there are good boundaries and good business practices for that matter, this is not so big a deal.
Well, this is why, I mean, there are people who I've had this discussion with my mom actually, uh, who I think I've turned her around on the decriminalization of sex work,
Yeah,
if not the legalization of sex work. And those
right,
are really two different things.
right.
There
They
really
they
are.
are. They are. Yeah.
And once you get the government involved, there's a lot of folks who could say, well, I don't want it to have to deal with that mishigas either.
Yeah. Very reasonable.
The same way that people who were involved in the cannabis industry or involved in other things that have over time
Hmm.
become
Adaptogenic
business.
mushrooms, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That are, what are those? Crimes of vice, essentially.
Hmm.
Um, I think there's something to be said about whether or not this present government could handle making sex work legal in an ethical way that won't hurt people. I don't
Yeah.
believe that this government is capable of that right now.
Mm,
I would
right.
sooner advocate for decriminalization for one and allow it to be like a contractor situation personally. I still think taxes, if you want to do that, if that's how you maintain it, I don't love taxes, but I understand what the point is. If
Yeah.
that further legitimizes, great, 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 great. I
Hmm.
believe in Reno, that's how it works. Um, but I don't trust who we have in place to protect people because
No,
I don't
not one
trust
bit.
people we have in place to
No.
protect farmers or to protect uh
Well, because they're not.
employees of other nature. Yeah.
We see that they're
So
not. Yeah.
to that end though, it's interesting to I mean, and also as something of of an abolitionist adjacent person, because I don't quite have a solution, but I don't believe in the system as it stands.
Hmm.
And I've talked to the husband about this because he has really helped open my mind about a lot of socialist and communist um, ideology to make me really take to heart how I feel about government involvement, how I feel about um, particularly vice crimes, or crimes of ethics, or not ethics, like religious, ideology. Um, I don't with Sesta Fosta and a lot of trafficking laws that hurt innocent people. I gotta say, I don't know if we have the systems in place to protect the people that I care about,
No,
frankly.
we don't. We don't.
So, but I would love there to be more systems in place, obviously, to protect the sex worker industry.
Right.
Because
Well,
if
even
anyone's
industries.
confused, this is a pro sex work pod, just in case anyone has wondered why we haven't called them all, we say
Yeah.
whore lovingly, frankly.
Oh yeah.
Uh
Oh yeah.
like
From one to
aspirationally.
another. Yeah.
Like for what um but to the degree of I guess sort of figuring out how to protect marginalized people, women in general, trans women, specifically trans women of color, people of all different, variances, class, all of these things really come into play when it comes into sex work. And it's something that, yes, a lot of people, quote, fall into, or it just happens, or something like that, or is a choice that is made after other circumstances occur. And not a lot of those circumstances are ideal, but it is also not a penalty. And
Hmm.
it's not a result that deserves punishment or deserves anything like that. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
And therefore, it also should be something that if somebody chooses to do, even if they, quote, don't go through the trauma, then by all means. Because I tell you, I know a number of sex workers who are quite privileged as well.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. It really is has nothing to do with that. An
not
individual
directly.
story it
No.
may be, but
Yeah. And those are the ones that get the press a lot. So,
that's where the attention comes. That's where sort of the mythos of the sex worker
right.
is built
And that's why I
around, right?
appreciate
When
a
in
show like
fact
this.
it's a different paradigm altogether. Yeah.
Yeah.
These girls, they seem pretty chill, right?
Sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah. So, cool. That was Trouble
Neat.
in Eden, everybody.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a rollicking season, and yet this episode doesn't seem that out of place
No.
for the Murder She Wrote continuum.
This is one
It's
of
not
my favorite
necessarily
episodes, actually. This is really one of my
mm,
favorite of the series. I watch this one all the time. Even though we don't dive too much into the sex work, I think it's so beautiful and garish and gaudy and lots of women around.
yeah, yeah. We return to Cabot Cove next episode for an episode that we're going to be a little uncomfortable about. We got a little uncomfortable about Powder Keg. We got a little bit uncomfortable about another episode.
Oh yeah, this one.
We have Indian Giver, which is next.
Boy.
We will probably mention a number of times that neither of us are indigenous, um, and how this episode handles a Native American slash indigenous character,
Hmm.
particularly played by a Sri Lankan actor. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and yet there's some, you know, white pat on the back element as well. It's still a compelling episode, and certainly much to talk about, particularly as a Cabot Cove lore
Yeah.
episode too.
And
It's
it
one of
has a
the few
good
times actually all these shitty people that we see in other towns like Cemetery Vote and Powder
we
Keg.
see them
Guess
in
what? We have
Cabot
shitty people in
Cove.
Cabot Cove.
Lots of them too. Yeah, and they're
A
gross
blue state is
and
not immune, people. A blue
mob
state is not
mentality.
immune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually is a really uncomfortable reflection that
Hmm.
I think is actually kind of important. So we also get one of my very favorite Seth moments, but I will wait for the episode to occur before I share with you which one that is.
Just another dose
Um,
of Jessica Fletcher's education.
yes, yes, because protagonists need to be flawed and need
Yes.
to have problems so that we can learn from them. That's how fables have always worked.
Uh,
Um, yeah, yeah, I'll get into detail on that one. But yeah, but that's next time.
we're ready.
Any final things? Are you ready to
No. I think I'm good.
Go put on your trashy purple zebra lingerie and cuddle up for the
My
night.
Mine is a trashy blue lingerie. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, of course, of
I'm more
course.
of the Chloe Sevigny looking one here. That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm Victor Devon,
I'm Petra Fried, and this
and this was
tonight
tonight
on Murder She
on
Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote.
Geez, you think we after doing it like 70 sometimes?
I think that's part of the problem, actually.
I think it is.